Cush. Let's start this off by doing what everyone should do on a Friday night. There's only one thing to do, and that is to crack open a cold one. I think that's the only way to properly start off a stream. What could possibly go wrong? What's up, Skies? How's it going? Notification gang coming in strong. Scottish Ranger, how's it going? Just need to do two things and then we'll get the game started. I did remember about playing on offline mode, but it turns out you can't use Mega Gobblegums on offline, which is outrageous. So this challenge becomes about 400 years longer than it needs to be otherwise. And I just simply don't have the time for that. So we're going to risk getting kicked out the game today. And fingers crossed it just doesn't happen. How are you? I am doing fine. I've got back from work and we are here with a cheeky pint. And we are, we're going to try and do better than the last one. Because the last one was, let's say mixed success. It didn't exactly go wrong entirely on my part. It just went wrong. Shock. I don't think the stream's actually gone right since Die Rise, probably. So that bodes well. Let's go. I bet you get to round 75. Honestly, although it's a fail, I'd probably take that, to be honest. To be honest, even if you did get kicked out, you're a trooper. You'll get to that round 100. Honestly, I will not come off this earth until I've done this challenge. Great start. We're not even in the right spawn. I kind of forgot that was a thing. If you're new around here, apologies about the slightly stretched res or like squished res. It's just a widescreen moment. For some reason, BO3 doesn't like 1920 1080 at all, and it's like the only game that does that. And I put it in 1920 1080, but it's like it's just not the right thing, like at all. But we move. It's a great start. We didn't even kill a zombie before we had to quit the game. This is one thing I did not like about BO3. It's this fucking forest you have to watch every time you come out of a game. Why? It's frustrating on every level. Let's take a quick drink. Do you prefer the World at War gun loot or BO1 gun loot? Ooh, oh, let's. You know what? I don't know. I'd say. Right, there we go. In the right spawn this time.
I cannot torture my minions without power. Dempsey, you go turn it on.
I'm trying to think. Probably World at War. I think the World at War. I know. There's a lot of There's a lot more of adaptability to BO1 that has to be taken, considering like, if you know what I mean. I butchered what I'm trying to explain, but I mean as in. There's not a 24 zombie cap, so even the worst World at War guns can still do a job, because it's only 24 zombies around. On BO1, it's just not a thing. What is up? We are getting everyone in. That the stream gang are here. How's it going? What's up, Madara? Yep, we're doing this again. We're back, and we're ready to do it all over again. Honestly, I should probably get a normal monitor. That'd probably help a lot. Well, just in general, because it means less power for my PC to actually run a game properly. And it just stopped BO3 from looking strange. What's up, Niagara Knobs? How's it going? Round 2 indeed. Power vacuum. Let's have it. Round 3 power vacuum. Oh yeah, I forgot. I almost didn't remember that I disconnected the second time. I was really confused how I had all my gobble gums back. I could take it when I die when I lose perks, gobble gums, but if you DC'd and lost them, that'd kill me. I think in BO4 you do. To stop the whole shenanigans going on with Alt F4 in. Hello. Water War has great gun loot, but BO1's overshadowed by the amount of terrible guns it has. Yeah, like, I'm trying to, like, think of a BO1 gun that's not incredible, but it's not mid as fuck. You booted the game offline, right? Well, there's, about that, I did originally try to do it, but you can't use megas offline. So, we're just going to have to run with it. We move. We're taking chances here. We're taking chances, but that's what it's all about. Or is it? Commando. Commando Galil, like, I was meaning, like, guns that aren't... There's no, like, in-between. There's guns that you'd happily take, but there's guns that you just hope never exist in your life, ever. Like, obviously you want the Galil, the Commando, and, like, all those guns. Those guns are immaculate to have. But then you get to, like, I don't know. Oh, you know, I'm gonna be bold and say HK21. I would not have that gun near me, mainly because I like to run, and that does not let you run. Also, the fire rate is so painfully slow that you know what, if it was a BO3 gun, I reckon HK21 would have been a half-decent weapon. But, it's not. So, the damage is shit, even if it is supposed to be the high damaging weapon. Purple. I didn't quite think that one through. I was meant to wait until crate power, but... oh well. Oh, great. Mule kick. That's exactly what I wanted. HK21 is so bad on 5. I had a pack punch and it took so long to kill 2 zombies. Honestly, the HK, I just don't like it. I know there's like a HK gang and an RPK gang, but HK is so clear. Oh my god, I need that. Quickly. That was a warm-up game. Yeah, we go for warm-ups around here. We go for early round chokes, and then we absolutely kill it in the next game. That's how it usually works around here. It happened with Ascension. It happened with Ascension, so it's gonna happen this time. It's all in the luck. Christ. Do you know how degrading it is dying on that sort of round and having people watch you do it? Do you know how degrading it really is? That's just not what I wanted to see. They came out of nowhere, by the way. I thought I had time to turn around and make a cup of tea, and I have to end the... oh, for God's sake. I mean, somehow we've done worse. We've managed to do worse than last time. You know what's annoying? I would have 100% taken that STG. I don't know what happened. Oh, it was there was a mouse that just ran across the screen and just instantly killed me, you know. My fucking cup of tea. Yeah, I couldn't have gone with a more British stereotype than a cup of tea. It had to have been. Had to really enhance. Really? Again? Damn, that mouse had one job and not to run across. Honestly, it's. I don't know where it is now. I think it's been run over somewhere. Pretty brilliant. Let's hope third time's a charm and we actually spawn on the right side. Please. Love a good cup of tea, my British side. Oh, you can't go wrong. It's proper stuff. Proper cushy. Yes! Right side, and with Tachio. We'll take it. Raindrops. Love that. First off. You see, we move. This time round, yeah, we are RNG gods galore. Double tap. Bosh. We got a good perk. Widow's Wine. Bosh. We ain't dying. 2 quick side. I think that would go all sorts of wrong if I went quick. Wow. I'll take that, you know. Okay, this is going too well for my liking. Only on round 1. This needs to stop. Wow. I'll take it for now. I'll definitely take it for now. I swear to God, if that was the Wonder Wolf, I would have cried. See, this is what happens. The Cush luck comes in. We've got the 3 gobble guns we've needed back to back to back. And this will be... No, it's okay. We'll run out of it. Dead Wire, there you go. It's back. You see, this is where they just wanted to... They wanted to give us some... They wanted us to have some sort of luck. And some... You know, a cheeky little warm-up session. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Using Mega Gobblegums feels like some sort of brain rot shitpost. You're not wrong. Like, going from World at War to that it's quite the experience. Especially like, imagine like introducing someone to zombies for the first time, showing them World at War for like a straight month, and then BO1 for another month. And then just slapping them with BO3 or something. Like, just straight in the deep end. And it's like, what on earth? What is this? What's going on? Why is everything... Why is there aliens in the sky? Is this the run? This is an interesting start, you know. I'm happy enough with this. PhD flopper probably tastes like nuclear waste. Wouldn't be surprised. Apparently, I can't remember where I found this, but it was about 7 years ago. It was on some sort of video, and it's probably the most pointless bit of information I'll ever find out. But Takio's actually allergic to PhD. Like, how does that work? Dude drinks it every single Ascension game I play with him. How is he not dead already? It's like grape or some shit.
Nice timing.
Don't even need the bullet boost. Can't wait for another abrupt disconnection to ruin the whole run. Not happening. Never gonna happen. Don't know what you mean. Show him World at War than BO1 than BO4. Facts. Well, like, even tease him with Cold War. Because Cold War is somewhat normal compared to the others. You show them that and it's like, oh, this is zombies nowadays. And then you go, yes, like, we've regressed over the years. We've come off the acid. And, this is what it's actually like. There's going to be one out here, isn't there? Bosh. And one more. No, no, never mind. There's loads more. You know what? I think the most criminal thing about BO3 Verruckt is that they never put the Springfield in. Like, the culture's just not there. He is. I'm pretty sure he's allergic. That is what I heard. I mean, take it with a pinch of salt, because, I mean, it is useless information anyway, so it probably doesn't make a difference if, you know, if it is a fact or I'm just, like, I've just remembered things wrong. But, yeah, it's like, I don't even know anyone. You wouldn't get that with, operators nowadays. Bloody character development like that.
Blessings come from above.
Rip Springfield, honestly, can we get a Rip Springfield, Rip SMR, Rip War Machine? As you know, War Machine came back and had a glow up. Shout out to the Cold War Machine. Biggest glow up in zombies history, I think. Don't talk about Springfield, 2-shot in round 1. You're not even wrong. Like, it's genuinely facts that that's a thing. That's appalling. Like, resolutions. I don't know. I don't know. He's probably doing his own thing. His spirit is here. We'll say that. What's up, David? Anyway, how's it going? Gosh, we'll grab a nuke. Why not? We've got time to kill. It's a Friday night. Pap in, it becomes a full auto rocket launcher. That would be incredible. I couldn't think of another word, to be honest. But yeah, it weren't in Derice, was it? So, like, we actually don't know what it is like. Pack-a-punched. Could be anything. Do you smoke Cush, Liam? Funnily enough, I don't. Which is just the most ironic. I should not have grabbed that card. Which, yeah, it sets off all sorts of irony bells in it. Let's go, dead shot. Gotta love dead shot. I've gotta love the increased hip fire accuracy. It's really important. That also had a glow up in Cold War. Went from probably the worst perk, apart from the two we don't talk about from Black Ops 2, to a proper staple in Cold War. You know what? I actually ended up started to buy Deadshot, apart from Jug. I'd buy Deadshot like second, probably. Like tier 5 Deadshot is as well. But yeah, it became a proper perk. Thank God it did as well, because Jesus wept. I was tired of it being so shit in these games. Arasaka, Pack-a-Punch. Oh my God, the Arasaka. Every time I manage to forget about that gun, and every time I'm like, that is zombies' heritage. You sip tea, mate? I do sip tea. Very often. PC Deadshot, honestly. I actually didn't know that it increased hipfire accuracy until, like, 2020. So, on PC, I thought it was, like... It is still useless, but I thought it genuinely did not have a use on PC. Like, there was no... There was nothing changed with it.
You all kneel before the Emperor!
To be fair, I'm not being funny. Apart from with certain guns, you're never really going to hit fire anyway.
1,000 wombats!
So, like, well, I don't at least. Unless we're in some sort of close quarters predicament like this, where, you know what, it's actually more useful than it normally is. Imagine they returned Who's Who. I mean, they pretty much did in Cold War with Tombstone. That was pretty much Who's Who, but still shit.
Amazing! You explode with honor!
They just had one of the greatest perk jingles of all time to go with it, which was Tombstone, obviously.
The weapon is low on honor.
Yeah, Cold War perks became really weird. Like, they upgraded so many perks, but then they made Speed Cola pretty much pointless because it just didn't seem to change anything. Then, they added, what, Tombstone, which was just, like, no one's activating that. Like seriously, no one's activating Tombstone on that. And then, what, Death Perception. Jesus wet. I mean, yes, it was useful for the salvage, but that was, what, tier 5 that you got that? Hipfire of the SMR, that is criminal. Hipfire of the Springfield. How about crumpets? I do eat crumpets. You know, I went through a phase in 2020 where I just would not stop eating crumpets during lockdown. I was really enhancing the stereotype of a British man. Just a British person. By tenfold. Well, actually, really English person, but we move. Right. I think I'm going to be a lot more careful with my raindrops now. Because we've got a sort of bedding of perks. And now I'm just going to wait until I see a crate power. And then, actually, you know what? I'll use one because obviously I want to have time to use both by the time it shows up. Oh, Jug, that is lovely. World's most British man in the universe. Probably true.
Now we can continue.
There's a chance. PPSH. Ew. No thanks. Don't have crate power for that. Plus ammo. It's not the one.
Monster!
Honestly, BO3 PPSH. I won't lie, it glowed down. The World at War PPSH was an actual demon in disguise. Crew on God, no Capri, just like me. Sick.
Feel the fist of the Emperor.
I think everyone really. There's always a point in a zombies player's, I can't call it career, bloody, just a zombies player's lifetime. There always comes a moment where you realise and find out that the ray guns just aren't really that good. And when you realise that, that is when you become, that's when you become a cultured, experienced zombies player. Especially the Mark 1. Lord above. If I hear one more person, if I hear one more of my friends get excited when they play BO3 once every 4 years, and they get excited about seeing the ray gun, I think there's a chance of me actually digging myself a grave. Oh, lovely. Love. Oh, stamina, the most important, possibly the most important perk of this. Well, I don't want to say strategy, challenge. World at War PPSH is the best bullet gun of all time, no doubt about it. It's got to be. Imagine World at War PPSH with BO3 AATs. Oh my lord, that would be disgusting. Genuinely, I don't think anything would top that ever. Like, it's actually a joke how good that thing was. But like for World at War as well, like that gun could do bits on a decent round.
You are kneel before the Emperor.
I don't think many people talk about it anymore. But seeing the PPSH in the BO1 campaign, but never seeing it in either. Well, multiplayer it was fair enough. Like it was literally like multiplayer is based on in the Cold War. It'd be quite strange to see a PPSH, but the fact it weren't in zombies slightly killed me. Mark 1 had the massive downgrade, but then had the best comeback in Cold War. Honestly, the fact that they had to nerf the ray gun like twice or 3 times in Cold War shows how good it was. Like pre-patch ray gun on Cold War was a thing of beauty. That thing was outrageous.
We will take this as a sign.
Career, honestly, I couldn't think of a better word. Me ready to hang up the boots from zombies after passing my prime. Prime icon moments, like in Black Ops 2. I think it's somehow impressive that I managed to link FIFA into zombies, but I managed to do it. Bullet boots, really? I haven't seen crate power in a while. It's got to be the next one, surely. Yep. We'll grab the lid this time. Just to speed things, or just to make things healthy. You know, we don't want any history repeating themselves. Oh my god! Oh, that was close. That was really close. That was really close. I did not notice I had mule kick. Yeah, that could have been brutal. Hellcar 9. Let's have it. For the culture. We're all about the culture here. Honestly, this thing, I know it's supposed to be like a B-Tech Cat 40, but it's actually levels above it. The Cat 40 was a thing of pure shit, wasn't it? Like, how was that ever going to be a good gun in zombies? We actually, oh my god. We're on the same wavelength. Me and Skies are... He's probably listening to me before, because for some reason there's a delay. Hate to see it, but... We move. Alchemical. Honestly, probably the most boring goal gun to get before round... I don't know, 70. But every time I see it, it's just... My face is filled with disappointment. Saying that, I'm probably going to need it on round 30 once I waste all my ammo. Okay, really? That's not quite the humour I was expecting. But they're laughing at me again. 83 words and numbers. Christ. 83 more to go. Bosh. We're almost, oh, 82 now. We are flying. Cat 4 equals to Cat 4 because it's disappointing. It, like, honestly, the gun's just a lie. It's just like, in my eyes, it just doesn't exist. then they put the Cap 45 into BO4. I don't think I used that thing for more than 5 seconds.
Tide tips in our favor.
And you know, I'm just gonna take it because anything's just better than that thing. I don't know why I've got this sight on the KN. Like, literally takes up half my screen because of the sight. And the sad thing is, I'm gonna be openly honest. I've had this sight on this gun for the last 2 years, and I just haven't taken it off. I don't know why. Every time I use it, I'm just like, what on earth is this thing?
I send you to your ancestors.
You know what? Things are actually moving relatively fast right now. It's either that or it just feels faster because I'm streaming. Bullet boots, we don't need that. Not yet, at least. We need a cheeky crate, not crate power, we need a cheeky range drop and then a crate power. No, we've got a range drops. Right, just take a breath, and you'll be able to figure out words and use your brain effectively once again.
I have finished, none shall remain.
The gun was abused. It was literally used as a default weapon for BO3 and 4. Pretty much. One day, honestly, BO4, I didn't necessarily mind BO4. I played it a lot, I'd say that, and I had some fun on it. But there's one thing that always did annoy me, how boring the guns were. Like, seriously, every gun was a remodel of a BO3 gun. Every single one. Like, I'm trying to think of one gun from BO4. Well, that's a good question, actually. Name one gun on BO4 that wasn't a reskin of a BO3 gun. I'm curious. Because I'm genuinely wondering. They were even shithousing it with the pack-punch names. I remember the SG-12 was called, like, the Brechius Rebornus or whatever it was. Like, really? Like, seriously? They know what they're doing, they're self-aware, and they're still doing it. BO4 was so bad it was fun. I didn't like the multiplayer that much, so I just tended to stay away from that. The zombies I didn't really mind. I just played the maps that I actually did enjoy. And didn't play the maps that I didn't enjoy. Cough, cough, Alpha, Omega. Cough, cough, Dead of the Night. I mean, like, even Dead of the Night as a map isn't bad. It's just, why is it some sort of hide and seek with part locations? Like, you asked me to do that Easter egg, like, without knowing the steps. That's probably the one map where you can guarantee that will never happen. SVG. Oh. I genuinely don't think I've ever pack-punched that thing. I think I'm proud to say that more than anything. Zombies was not bad, but it had more bad maps and good maps. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Elcar? Do we do it for the culture? Of course we do it for the culture. That's what we're all about. I don't necessarily mind it, you know, because, like, eventually, I mean, I'm just going to use the AATs, aren't I? So, the ammo, though, is really poor. Oh, wow. We're almost out already. We're only, like, that was only, what, half a round of zombies? Well, that was half a horde of zombies, let alone half a round. Some BO1 ammo on that. That's really weird. Thunderbolt. No, we don't take those. I'm willing to take fireworks for a little bit. Change things up. I didn't even know Dead of the Night existed before I saw it on my YouTube recommended page. Honestly, why they... I know there's something quite special about not promoting a map. But it also doesn't make sense. Like, surely, like, especially your celebrity map, where that voice acting cast would have cost a lot of money. Yet no one, there's some people out there that I can guarantee still don't know it's a thing. Only original thing BO4 did is, oh wait. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I think one thing they did well in is the specialist weapons on that game in terms of how fun they are. I think they were a bit too good. But then again, I'm not really complaining because Helion Salvo is just ridiculous. But yeah, they were incredibly fun to use, especially the Chaos ones. They were so much fun to use.
I will not stop, or you are all destroyed.
I remember being if I played on public match, it was always the Scepter of Ra. Anything to be the medic of the team, honestly. The only original thing... Oh Christ, let me get out of the corner. The only original thing BO4 did was not following up with their stupid Roman numerals. Pretty much. Let me just quickly turn up my mic just a tiny bit. That should be alright there. Because sometimes I can hear the Wonderwaffe screeching over my voice. Just like playing it back. Make sure everything's okay. Because I have now got severe paranoia over my streams just not working. Because of one specific stream I did about a month ago, which thankfully I don't think anyone actually watched, because genuinely everything went wrong. Like, you just couldn't see a thing. Like, it was so pixelated, and then there was occasional times where my voice would just drop out. I know, like, I'm not streaming at the best quality right now, but I have to stream at 720p, or it becomes even more pixelated because it just can't run. The stream can't run smoothly, and then like my frame rate drops, and then it's just like it's woeful from there. What? I just realised, I feel like I'm still searching for raindrops, even though I don't really need them anymore. Probably keep some ammo in that.
Cursed beast!
Oh, hello. Love to see that. Cheeky little slide in between the zombies. I always find that really satisfying. Just finding that one tiny gap where you could just slide through. Careful. Really? I'm sorry? It's 25 and they all just turn to crawlers. not concerning at all.
Now we can continue the fight.
At this point, it's just power vacuum and just hope and pray. You see? I like Cold War Zombies, but I'm confused on the story now. Why is Weaver in the story? You know what? I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it a lot, but it is a bit weird how the campaign now links into zombies. Like they've got Kravchenko in there as well, and it's just like what, how, why? You're like,
I will not stop until you are all destroyed.
like, is that canon? Like, did Menendez like end up fighting zombies in the cartel in BO2 or some shit? Like, is that now a canon thing? Because like that kind of means they're in like the real world. Because I think that was the whole premise of it. I think. But yeah, the fact, you know what? Cold War, the story was a bit straight. I still don't really fully understand it, to be honest. Because it was all intel, and I just never really, like, I like to collect it, but I never listened to it outside the game. Just like, I wasn't able to listen to it in the game, because I'm like, around 56, I've got like 400 zombies just sprinting for their life at me like it's World War Z. Like, there's just no chance to listen to it. I'm not able to read it because I'm not like, I can't multitask upon, like, I'm not like an eighth wonder of the world. I can't, there's only so much I can do. Does Power Vacuum not give carpenters? Because I rarely, like, even when I played this map the first time, on Tuesday, like, it was Tuesday or Monday, I can't really remember, to be honest. Like, I rarely, if, like, I did actually get any carpenters on Power Vacuum, like.
The path of the virtuous gives great
Okay, you know, if they did take it out, fair play, because it'd honestly be the most annoying thing to have. Like, I reckon that would be, like, genuinely the most frustrating thing to have. Just every 3 seconds, the barriers just get rebuilt. It ruins the whole flow of the game. You see, they were thinking ahead, Treyarch. They're very smart people. Well, they were smart people at the time. They still are. They've still got potential. I believe in them. But yeah, I think, what's it, since the last stream, hasn't the Microsoft deal has fallen through with COD, hasn't it? I hope I'm getting that right. If not, it looks a bit embarrassing. But that is very gutting. Very gutting. So now we're probably going to get a COD 2023. And it's probably going to be unfinished again. And it's just not going to be very good, is it? I don't have high hopes. I can't lie. To be fair, I think it's because the BO4 ending closed that entire storyline, so now they're going with a new one. Yeah, like, I didn't necessarily mind going with the new one, and I thought it was quite smart how they still integrated the old one in it. Like, it didn't seem like a stretch that the Dark Ether was a thing. The fact that, you know, when Verruckt had turned around in that cutscene and he had no moustache, like, that completely threw me off. I don't know why. It just really did. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't look natural. It's like, I have trust issues with Verruckt now. Well, like, to be fair, rightfully so with that cutscene. Like, I was, someone free up my boy Weaver. Like, Dude did his job and still got bloody detained.
There is no victory, only death.
I also wonder if they really thought through the cutscenes with the operator stuff on Cold War, because like
Strike was weak.
you can play as Samantha, trying to find Samantha. It's not like
The tide tips in our favor.
like it's funny, but it's a laughing at the game rather than with the game at that point. But you know, it's a small thing. I'm not going to complain too much about it. Can't stop the zombies train. Listen, we are moving. We are not struggling with ammo like times past. We're not dying around six at all, like a certain part of the stream. No, I've not been spinning gobblegums, have I? It'd be nice to get the power vacuum again. Thank you. Builder Stash gave him the power. That was like an assertion of dominance, that moustache. Like, you knew you were in the presence of a prime alpha male with that moustache.
Come to aid us. You kill me? No.
I just realised that apart from Verruckt, it's been like 4 to 5 years since the Primitive Ultimates. But that's... You know what? I've never really thought of it like that. But that is actually insane. And sadly, we won't see at least Takeo ever again. Or like...
By the power of the Emperor.
We might get the others back. Like, even the same voice actors and everything. There's potential. There's always potential. But, like, Takeo, it looks like if he ever was to come back, it would definitely be a different voice actor, which crushes me, considering how much Tom Kane loved zombies. But life's a bitch, and then you die. So, that's the life motto I've gained over the years. Not life ain't fair, it's life's a bitch. That's what it is.
Destruction reigns on the unholy.
Gotta be blunt about it.
Oh, blessings come from above. The honor cannot be taken.
You know what? I really haven't been using the Wonder Wall at all, and I haven't really needed to.
Blessings
I feel
come from above.
very sharp on the stick or on the keys.
We can continue the fight.
Wait, did Takeo's voice actor die? No,
Purified by honor.
I forgot exactly. He had a stroke, and it's preventing him from being able to do any sort of voice acting at all. Because believe it or not, your voice is quite important for voice acting, and like his stroke it resulted in him not being able to like half his face was just like all the muscles just weren't working like they should do. I think that's what I heard. But yeah, it was around the Cold, like it was when Cold War was the game. I think it was around when Outbreak came out. I think the news all broke out with that, and it's very sad because he had to retire from voice acting completely, and he was. I forgot who he was in Star Wars, I can't lie, but he was someone in Star Wars as well. And the bloke was a cult hero. Although a lot of people did not like Takeo Ultimus. It's now given me a soft spot for him.
Continuous string. So I shall continue.
But yeah, it is very sad. But a good thing is, at least, I think now, I haven't seen an update in a while, but from the last one I saw, he was back on track with his health. So that's at least there's that.
I will not stop until you are all destroyed.
That was a while ago, actually. I don't remember when that was. It was about a year afterwards. It was about, like, it was roughly in 2021 where I saw that news.
Now we can continue the fight.
No. Yeah, it was either late 2021 or it was early 2022 that I saw that. I haven't had anything since.
Had an unhappy ending.
Fingers crossed he's still on the right track.
I am possessed by the power of the Emperor.
At least he's back on track, that's what it matters, exactly.
Thousand suns,
Right.
purify your souls.
Could have been a lot worse.
You bring me great honor.
But even, like, what I was saying about Takeo earlier is, like, giving me a soft spot for him. Like, even back in the day, like, I'd have taken Takeo 1.0 any day over any of bloody Victus. Any of them. Just don't give me any of them. Just give me Takeo any day of the week. Even, you know what, I can't lie. I'm interested to do, I'm going to do like a community poll like tournament thing. Might do it tomorrow, seeing I've got nothing really to do. But I'm going to do like a tournament of like ranking the COD Zombies characters and seeing what everyone thinks. And like I'm gonna like make a group stage of like every single like crew and like put them up against each other, and then get like everyone's, and it'll just be like a tournament bracket after that, like with each one going up against, it was like the best one going up against the best one, and then we'll do it for the worst, and then we'll do it for like the crews put together. I'm gonna make some early predictions for that. See how well I know the community. I reckon Richtofen 1.0 will probably win the favourite. Worst, it's got to be Martin's. Got to be there. He's got to be on that one. And crew, best crew. It's just a hard one, you know. Because put together, some of the crews are very enjoyable. Like it'll include like celebrity crews as well, like the celebrity cast crew. And there's a couple that could possibly catch a few people out. I think Call of the Dead's crew shouldn't be slept on. I think you know what? It pains me to say it, but I kind of agree. The Shadows of Evil crew should be somewhere near the bottom. As much as I love that map, dear God, the characters are awful. Like, I just really don't like them. It's not like Martin unbearable, but like, it's just they're not interesting to me. If that's the case, who's your favourite character and who's your least favourite character? Yeah. Favourite character, my childhood favourite character was Ultimus Nikolai. I always found him funny. I still do find him funny sometimes when he just pops up with something random that I haven't heard for years. So I might go with him, you know. Like, even still to this day, least favourite is got to be Martin. I'd take the operators from Cold War any day. I'd take the Marines from World at War any day. Just get me as far away from that bloke as possible. I'd take Oz from Advanced Warfare. I didn't even play Advanced Warfare. Give me Oz any day. I don't even know what voice lines he had. I don't know if he was any good or not. I don't know if anyone actually liked him, but there you go. Actually, the World War II characters were really bad, weren't they? They were really bad. My most memorable thing from playing World War II zombies was the characters grunting every time they got hit. Like, really obnoxiously. Don't forget the Mob of the Dead crew. Oh my God, they've got to win. Thinking about it, they've got to win. Like, they're all perfect. They are all literally perfect. I think general respect could possibly win over Primus or Ultimus, but Mob of the Dead have got to be up there. I wouldn't be shocked. Yo, outside shout for the CIA and CDC characters in Black Ops 2. I heard a rumor that people thought Martin turned into a zombie on Diarise because there's a zombie model that looked like him. Same shit. You know, I know what you're on about, actually. I do know what you're on about. It rings a bell. It's quite familiar. Like the zombie model, that is. I've never really heard the rumor before, but it does make sense.
The horse of 1,000 wombats. You die!
I mean, that would make everyone's day, I think. But I've never heard anyone say, I like Martin. The only really interesting thing I hear about Martin Johnson is the fact that he's got the same voice actor as Robin from Teen Titans Go. Whoa, 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 whoa. No, we're not doing it. Okay, no, we are doing that. We are going to do that. We are going to do that. Okay, now, we go serious mode. I've only got one shot. Fuck. Yeah, we're dead. We are dead.
The disease surround me.
Yeah, this is it. Yep, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. Yep. Fuck, man. I just don't like the Wonder Waff at all on BO3. It's just you get trapped in a corner. You can't rely on it at all. You really can't. Like, I shot it twice there. I shot it twice. I did everything I can. Genuinely, I did everything I could to get out of that spot, and it just didn't work. You can't rely on it. W down. What's up, Cam? You joined at the right time. That's so frustrating, man. You know, I genuinely have a lot more respect for, like, than I'd say... Not that I didn't have respect for the people that made it high up before, but, like... Yeah, I've now got a lot more perspective. It's a lot harder than I originally thought it would be. You know what? We'll be a bit more modest. Oh, for fuck's sake! We'll be a bit more modest, and we'll aim for round 50. We'll aim for round 50. We get to 100. About to go to the bar. Just wanted to leave you a like, bro. Love to see it. Love to see it. Enjoy the bar. Have a drink on me, because I'm having a couple at the moment as well. You know, a drunk stream would be good. I mean, I talk a lot anyway, but Jesus Christ, when I'm drunk, I talk a lot. A lot of shit as well. Like... Wait, it's 11:30? Said who? Is that you going off then? Oh, I'll see you later. Thanks for coming out as usual. Fortunately, we're down once again, but one day we'll be back up. We will be back up. Drunk stream whilst playing with subs. That's golden.
No glory.
That is golden. But that's got to happen. That's got to happen. I wonder how I play when I'm drunk. I've never played zombies when I'm drunk.
No dinner. Awesome.
I'm actually very interested to see how that'll turn out. That's the plan. That's the plan for late June. We'll get the sub stream. We'll get the drunk sub stream down. We'll have it. Bosh. That's what we need to do. That'll be the best of every possible outcome.
Fire sale. Oh
chug down some cans and boot up plutonium. I don't know. I don't have enough cans on me. Gotta love Deadshot being the first one. By the way, that's incredible. Oh, PRM. This is my lucky day now. We went from having the best luck. I'm gonna be waiting for the master plan. See you later, anyways. See you. Thanks for coming out to the stream once again.
Ready to party, gutter slugs?
I've enough. So just.
Sweet.
Doesn't like you trunk on zombies gonna be like, why I need a thunder gun when I am the thunder gun? Probably close. Probably close to that.
More shit to kill with.
I'll just start like walking into zombies or something, or try to start conversation. I don't really know.
Almost
Or like,
nothing.
I could definitely imagine going down a few times by the fire. I think that's something I'd do. You know, I forgot to do. I forgot to change the title of the stream. We'll stick to our modesty for now, so that our failure doesn't look as much of a failure when we reach it. We'll get to we'll do the round 50 objective. He acts like the zombie. Play turned. Christ. BO2 turned. What a game mode. Can I change the title, YouTube, please? Like, it's just not letting me do it. There we go. We got there eventually. There we go. Super. I can't lie though. So, off stream, the first ever run I did this, I got to round 50 and then quit. Ever since then, 38, 38, 36. What? Why? Why am I? What? Why do? I just can't play zombies. Like on stream, it's just it doesn't happen. Somehow breaks all logic and just brings a non-breakable jet gun. Best say it possible.
Attention, freak sacks! Everything must go!
Oh Christ, I'm gonna need to pick up a carpenter just to put this down. Makes me feel a bit sick having to pick up a carpenter, but there you go.
That's what I'm talking about!
Pharaoh, Jesus, where that's worse than the LK9, that.
Die! Die!
Got the round 30s curse. Yeah. Yeah, it's. I think that's now cemented from the last. I did say I said last time the round 38 curse, but it might just be round 30s curse. I don't know why I said that really weirdly. Why did I say that so weird? 30s. Oh my Christ! Do we do it? We've got to do it. Oh, this can only go one way, really.
Wait, we are keeping score?
It's 22 rockets. Like, how? How is you expected to do good with this? That's got to be one of the first ones of Pack-a-Punch shit as well. I don't even know what it's called. What is it called? Heliacal incandescence. What? Why are they playing Scrabble with Pack-a-Punch names? Oh, hello. I always get confused with the knife stun with Widow's Wine. Like, is it a chance thing? Like, what's is it like? Is there like a certain like fixed probability of that? It's a bit random to ask, but I always find it weird how like once every 4 or 5 times it just decides to stick a zombie. There's only a certain amount of times I could do this stream as well. I think if we don't do at least a 50 this time round, I think we put this one on hold for a little bit. Or like what I could do, that's probably a good idea. What I could do is I could play off stream until about, I don't know. Let's be optimistic and say I get to like round 80 or something, and then I start streaming from then. So then we've actually not got something we've seen 4 times together before, and we actually have something to work with. You know, like recent past days I've been practicing on Origins, but now I'm actually good at it. Only problem is I don't know how to make any staff. I mean, you know what? Like after all these years, I still don't know. Like, I still have to look up. Apart from the lightning staff, I have to look up every single tutorial, but like every staff, because like I don't know the ice staff code. I don't even know the wind staff code. I don't know the fire staff codes either. Like, I don't know what it's because I don't build them enough. I only build them for the Easter eggs. Which is quite weird. I mean, obviously the ice staff, like, I'm just never gonna remember the ice staff. I think that's a fact. I'm just never gonna remember that. But for me, it's either lightning or ice that I use. So the wind and fire is just, they are the upgrade processes are irrelevant to me. I find it quite weird how I have to do that, though, as well. Because I play Origins often enough to be able to remember them. I'd like to think. Then again, I played Drakengard enough, but I must have done fire maybe 3 times in my life.
Oh yeah, devil man.
Everybody gangster until Dempsey says "oorah." If we had to take a shot for every time he said "oorah," or take a shot for every time Ultimus say something stereotypical, I don't think any of us would have livers by the end of it, but it'd be an interesting experiment. Who dies first of liver damage? At this point, I felt more confident with my AAT guns rather than the Wonder Wop. Like, I switched to the Wonder Wop for a couple of rounds and then I die instantly, twice. I don't think that's any coincidence at all. We got the QR. Love that. We can only to live. Stereotypical, but yet they have great dynamics with each other, hence why we love them. Oh, it's actually really strange how much love we've got for them, even though, like, it's weird, they're predictable in what they will say, but they're very unpredictable how they, like, execute it. Like, you know, every 3 lines of Nikolai is going to be something about communism. Every 2 lines of Takeo is going to be about the Emperor. Probably every line of Richtofen is somewhat insane. And I mean, I usually, like, a lot of people I find usually hate, or not hate, but just, like, don't care for the stereotypical American, all-American character, just in anything. But Dempsey's got just that, he's just him, he's got that dog in him, you know. I think it's starting to use the RPK so much it's become a bit mind-numbing. I won't lie. We've been... Well, we used it the whole of last run. Oh, no. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. To be fair, last time I didn't red screen at all, and, until I died. No, I'd prefer warnings rather than, you know, proper deaths. And again, I'd prefer neither, to be honest, but... You can't have everything in the world. Even though one's too patriotic, one's a blatant drunkard, one's vocab is just on, and one's it's just either insane ideas or a clear red flag. Like, you couldn't be more bang on. Like, it's weird how they all... Not weird, but it's very impressive how they all worked. Like, because even, I know I've mentioned Takeo a lot, but back in the day, like, everyone's least favourite was Takeo. But if you'd got him, it wasn't exactly, oh, I'm going to restart my game, or something. Like, it was like, oh well. He's still somewhat okay, you know. The fact that they also reused character models from the campaign, but they all felt so original, especially Dempsey and Nikolai. They were literally 2 core parts of the campaign, yet, you know, they felt so fresh, they felt so new. I think the different, imagine they had Chernov and Polanski's voice actors as Dempsey and Nikolai. Jesus Christ, I think they'd be they wouldn't make it out alive, I don't think. Can I take it? There we go.
Discounted killing.
Bootlegger, ugh, grim. I prefer to have at least more than 3 mags in my gun, please. Okay, is that even killing anything? I don't know. It's because they just keep flowing through, but at a faster rate each time. Oh, good. We've got the one off. I'm not even happy anymore when I see it. Like, it's like, yay. I got that thing. That thing's killed me 4 times. I've really... Now I have to recycle the set. Like, it's frustrating. At least we got power vacuum again, so we can pretty much just zoom through these rounds. For anyone joining, yes, I am mental. I have got the Pack-a-Punch XM53. But it's for the culture, you know? We don't do things normally around here.
Awesome! Double points. Sweet.
Christ, that could have ended badly, actually. I should probably stop using this thing, but I just can't stop. I just can't stop. It's not.
I need some juice soon.
I think it'd be a tragedy to get rid of the gun.
Zombies, it's time to
Oh,
die.
okay. We'll keep the death machine saved for a little bit while we use the insta-kill. Then again, it's probably ended around soon. Yeah, there you go. We got any more in this drink left? I do. What a result. I feel like one day... Oh, Christ, what noise just came out of my mouth? Jesus. I feel like one day my PC will blow up or just turn off, and that day I will not be surprised.
More shit to kill.
But my heart will stop for at least 2 minutes. Because I can hear it crying for help right now. And it's only playing BO3. Right.
Holy shitballs!
The other day it was struggling to run Google Chrome. Google Chrome, it couldn't run. Like, how? Why am I using... Like, I do the strangest things. I've said strange a lot. That's word of the day for this stream.
On the house.
But I've got the XM53 papped, and I've got the papped Wonderwaff. But the gun I decide to use is the unpapped RK5. Can't stop the rocket launcher train. Honestly, the XM53 is definitely the most forgettable launcher.
On aisle 5.
Like, you got the RPG in BO2. You got the M72 Law in BO1.
Nothing like
Got-
the SMG.
No, a crossbow don't count as a launcher, it's a special weapon. But just an explosive weapon in that. You got the god itself, the Helion Salvo in BO4. Lord above, they really I wonder if they really took notice of that thing being so good. And I'm also very curious as to to wonder what the first person was thinking when they used the Helion Salvo packs, and it turned out to actually be good and not an ironic thing to do.
Is it just me or am I alone here?
This thing just doesn't hit the same. It really doesn't.
Two of my favorite things. Man up, zombies! It's time to die.
Bullet boost. Have I? No. I've got two special weapons. You know what? I'd be interested to see how it would work on a launcher. Bullet boost. I genuinely don't know if it does.
Just look at them all die. Stay right. Motherless flush addict.
Bullet boost again? At least we've cycled through it now, that means. So we'll get crate power soon enough.
Oh yeah, devil
Hello,
man.
hello. Don't hit me. I don't want to waste my bullets buying grenades. Not that I already do enough anyway.
Right. Need the juice.
One bullet. Oh Christ! Now we're forced to use these two things. Never mind. No, we're not. How's the only perk we don't have jug? Thank God I never religiously used the Helion, because not gonna lie, I found it boring because it was way too easy to use. It was too easy to use. But I have to admit, I still did abuse it. I cannot lie. I hold my hands up on that one. Love that nuke.
Eat that, you dead flesh monkeys!
Then again, I am not ashamed. Can't remember what my mule kick weapon was. I think it was the PPSH, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright, we'll take whatever we can get. Oh, really? Like, it's just not a fun gun, is it? Like, take that, because I can't be asked to die.
Hell yeah! Dempsey gets an upgrade!
Hang on, isn't this supposed to have a reflex sight on it? How have you managed to sneak a Harry Styles song into zombies? That's on par with the FIFA thing we did earlier.
Hey, some bitch! Wait, we are keeping score?
There's some links that I just genuinely think this will never occur, and like that was one of them, but we've managed to do it. Or you've managed to do it at least. And I'm impressed. It ain't even that bad, actually. I don't know why, I just don't like using it. It was very different to the BO1 one.
Smart dead here than a goth party!
It just it feels like a... Oh, Christ. It feels... You know what it feels like? It feels exactly like the GTA 5 compact rifle. I know that's what it's kind of supposed to be, but the BO1 AK and the BO2 one, they just felt different. It sounds very interesting when I'm yawning.
Sweet!
Raindrops, please? Nope, that's what I wanted. Honestly, it's so... It feels like I'm in some sort of purgatory right now. Like, I swear I've gone through these beginning to early rounds, like, every time, and it just never ends. Gotta say, I'm glad I don't have like an attempt counter on, because that would be degrading. Interesting how they decided to go through there instead of come through here. Might have to keep that in mind. I don't know why or how, because I don't think a split-second reaction time will make that much of a difference. But especially here, the BO1 and A2 AKs as Quero says different gravy. That's just brilliant.
Man up, zombies! It's time to die!
You got Thomas Skinner, Bosch, right there.
Kaboom!
Got Harry Kane kissing the ring, the same way that every Zombies player would kiss the World at War PPSH. feel like I've feel like I'm alienating completely a non-football audience, and now everyone is just confused and just like. I don't know. I'd feel the exact same if it was NFL or basketball. Like, I just wouldn't have a clue.
Ammunition on the house.
What more links can we find? It's almost like my geography A level having to link all these things together. Mixing zombies and football, what fun! I think I've reached my peak in life. What zombies map correlates to what football team? I think that's the next step right there. In a totally non-biased way at all whatsoever, because I'm definitely not a biased football fan. I don't think there is actually genuinely an unbiased football fan. Like, that's gotta be the rarest thing. There's no way one actually exists. I refuse to believe that. Round 23 and I've still got the XM53. Like, I've had this for what, 10 rounds now? They released a Camp Nou Zombies map and based on after Barcelona's financial struggle. The boss fight is bloody Messi's contract situation. There's not a lot of, you know, I kind of expected, I don't know how or why, but I expected there to be like a custom zombies map based around football. I don't know why, but I feel like that, it feels right that would be a thing, but it isn't. I know there's the World Cup one, which was an interesting map, to say the least.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
But I feel like that'd be one of them like quiz maps or like meme maps or something. Like just every football meme, like just every gunshot sound is just replaced with Harry Maguire, and like every camo is just like, well, like the mystery box is Florentino Perez's just face. Next idea for a stream, football zombies. We just try to find any zombies map that has any sort of things football in it. I don't think I've really ever tried to search, to be honest. Like, I only found the World Cup one because it was on like the home page for a little bit of Steam or of the workshop. It'd be interesting to see what, like, if there's any stadium specific map. I thought it would be mental and very, very biased of me, but like, let's say in an ideal world where the Steam or like the workshop had a lot more mod tools and that to use, and it gave the ability to be able to make like stadiums as maps and that. If someone made the Tottenham Stadium as a zombies map, if someone made White Hart Lane as a zombies map, I think my life would reach a point of it's just only down from there. Because that would be the highest point. Every hellround is just Mbappe, because it's like the octagonal ascension zombies where it's just super sprinters, but it's just they're all replaced with Mbappe. Hotspur, what's that? Sick. Brilliant. Gotta love that. I'm just a bit of a sadist, aren't I? Like, of course I enjoy a challenge like this, and I also enjoy watching Tottenham Hotspur on the weekly. Like, there's two things that most people wouldn't get out alive from, so... Do I deserve a Medal of Honor? I kind of think so. Or maybe a knighthood, at least. White Hart Lane, I miss the old ground. I just miss everything. I know we didn't win anything. 2016-17, it was just you just had to be there. What is up, Cameron? Anyway, how's it going? I'm glad to see another Tottenham fan here. Wait, hearing what team you support? It is Spurs. It's Spurs. Of course, it's Spurs. You know what, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're taking the Grim Reaper. Season ticket holder down at Tottenham. Many regrets. But they're all regrets that go away after 5 minutes. Because that's how football is. Makes so much sense. Oh, you are. Oh no, of course you are. Of course you're an Arsenal fan. Oh, but you were the chosen one. You were the chosen one. I feel like part of me's just died.
Chance, bone monkey.
I live in Manchester. Went to see Spurs knock City out. The Champions League was glorious. Oh my god, that day was outrageous. That, what was it? The 94th minute? Yeah, it was 94th, 93rd, 94th minute, where Sterling scored and VAR just saved us. You know, from that moment on, I was like, I don't think I can ever hate VAR, and then as time went on, that opinion quickly changed. That year was mental. Just, a team in the Champions League final starting Harry Winks, yet we also were in a Champions League final. Again, we were in a Champions League final. Jesus Christ, we were in a Champions League final, and we didn't win an away game for a whole calendar year. We must have been the biggest outliers of any final in recent memory. No Widow's Wine. I instantly feel unsafe. I haven't got any AATs on my guns. Just punch my mic. That's great. Bosh, we'll place one down because we need a max somewhere. Not really, but we could do with the extra Widows. Oh, and a Death Machine would do. Oh, another one's been placed down. Lovely. Christ, okay, what is it? I mean, never mind. I was about to say, what is it with these power-ups, and I realised I dropped the raindrops, and half of the power-ups are still there. It's tired, I'm late, alright? Someone just fall down the stairs at my house. just heard something very loud. Like, just down the stairs. Should I be concerned? Probably. Am I concerned? In my household? Probably not, to be honest. Right, here we are. We've reached the curse of the 30s once again. I'm just embarrassed to even say that I'm cursed on round, like, the rounds in the 30s. That's the round numbers that I'm cursed on. Like, it couldn't sound a bit better, could it? Like, at least go to the 40s and the 50s. Like, especially because it's BO3. Round 30 just sounds embarrassing. The odds on me pulling out the Annihilator for longer than 5 seconds. How long do you reckon I last? Without dying. Without, like... I'd say maybe 7 seconds max, considering we've got a Widow's Wine grenade. I'm not gonna lie, I'd rather waste... Because I've tried this hoarding thing and trying to conserve ammo with this thing, but genuinely, like, I just don't trust it. It don't kill bolts, it kills chains. And it only kills a specific amount. What's the maximum it can chain out? Isn't it 15? And there's 24 in a horde, so... I don't know, you do the maths. It's, like... Odds on me dying without widows there is still very high. The pint has been vanquished, and I'm very sad. Same thing happened to me yesterday, playing zombies casually, and all of a sudden I heard something fall down the stairs. Shit fell. Turns out my blinds fell down from my kitchen window. It's so random. Like, they just decide to fall down at the most strange moment possible. The moment you least expect it. The moment where that's probably, the kitchen blinds are probably the last thing you're thinking of. We're already out of Widow's Wine. What? The round just started. Oh, you see, this is what I mean. He acted like he was getting killed there, then he didn't. I don't trust it. I really don't. God, I remind myself I've got raindrops as well, so I don't necessarily have to conserve ammo. But we'll whip out the Annihilator. Oh! Oh, it's a one-shot still. That's impressive. I genuinely didn't think that would be a one-shot still. I don't even know how they fell. The thing it was held by got snapped, so I had to get B&Q. B&Q, you've got to love it. That is a staple of every... Just, it should be, I think, B&Q and IKEA are the two most trustworthy shops in the whole of the world. Don't get a barbecue from B&Q, you're doing it wrong. You don't get a wardrobe from IKEA at least once in your life, you're going about it all wrong. You're not living life to the fullest. I don't help myself with wasting Widow's Wine grenades, do I? Like, it's just... I'm not even stunning like a horde. I'm stunning one and then instantly killing it. There we go. We stunned the horde at least. Show you what doesn't help the Wonder Wolf. We'll give credit where credit's due. It's probably not as bad, like, outside of this scenario. It's just the fact that I guess there's multiple obstacles and stuff just blocking the chain from occurring. So, like, I guess an open space is where it's in its element. Never get a wardrobe at IKEA. They'll give you an entire menu just to assemble. They give you the declaration of just independence for every country. Just assemble it, but it's just a way to do it. That's how you know you've lived. I feel like I'm going to hear the Wonder Wolf in my sleep tonight. It's fairly guaranteed at this point. Give you a contract in Tottenham just to assemble it. That's some work rate and determination that Kongi and Dombele doesn't have. He hired 200 grand a week.
Why is it always up to me?
Seriously, I think genuinely, if Dombele ever tried to assemble an IKEA wardrobe, he might just pass out. The bloke gets tired the second he does a warm-up, let alone do some DIY. Go back on the Widow's Wine confidence there. I think just getting every single. I feel like pros and cons with Widow's Wine are very big on Verruckt. I feel like I've become very over reliant on it, and then once I run out of it, it's like instant death because I'm like, I get hit, but I'm like, oh no, it don't matter. They'll stop hitting me after it activates, and then it doesn't activate, and then I panic, and then in that split second, I'm dead. Many emotions. Him being in Tottenham is like Maguire. He's just Harry Maguire. He's just an absolute hero. That bloke. He's so... He just never fails to make me laugh. He really don't. Him playing in Tottenham as Maguire playing striker, it doesn't make sense. I could just picture Maguire just banging one in from 35 yards and popping his ears or some shit. I forgot who he did that against. It was it a friendly, or no, it was like a Nations League game where he genuinely put his fingers in his ears after we were like, what, 4-0 up anyway. It's just, you don't help yourself, do you, Harry? Like, and now the bloke, it's just, he can't even get this in the starting lineup for his team as club captain. Like, he's getting a left back is starting at centre back instead of him. I think at that point you've got to realise maybe Manchester United just isn't for you. He does a Messi and dribbles through an entire team. Just Maguire becomes a Ballon d'Or winner. I think that would break the simulation at least 8 times over.
Wait, we are keeping score.
I feel like I shouldn't be grabbing all these nukes.
Dead flesh monkeys.
You're waiting 4 minutes for the next zombie to spawn in. Right, there we go. We won't mention what happened on this round last time. I still don't have an AAT on my PPSH. I said that. I'm saying things really weirdly today. A lot's happened. So that's what I'll put it down to. A lot has happened. And I only have Thunderwall as well on the other one. The other one. I'm having a meltdown.
You keep coming, I'll keep killing.
Back out the Annihilator. Oh, it's no longer a one hit. What? What? Wow, that drop off was fast. In 5 rounds. And what? 3 hits and it still wasn't dead? Need to remember it's power back here. I'm literally just wasting this gobble gun for no reason. And pretty much wasting time because God, I love an insta kill.
Sweet.
That round was fast, Jesus. I don't know why I was just firing at a pillar there, and I was just looking at my phone, and I just look back up and I'm just firing my gun at a pillar, and I'm realizing I should probably stop looking at my phone.
Man up, zombies, it's time to die. Not a chance in hell, you maggot addicts.
I might ask all the important question, the almost important question here, Messi or Ronaldo? I know, right, Maguire's on these. Yeah, I think that's disgraceful in itself, to be honest. You know, I've always been Messi. Well, I won't lie, I've always been Messi.
Two of my favorite things. Sweet.
I don't know what it is. It's really interesting with the whole stats side. Like with Ronaldo doing it in many more leagues and proving himself in arguably harder leagues as well. But there's just something about that bloke that's just unbelievable. Even like he's not like last season did not do the Messi Ronaldo debate any favours, with Ronaldo absolutely, what was he, top 3 scorers in the Prem, and Messi he got like 2 goals and like 6 assists throughout that PSG season, and then but then this year becoming a World Cup winner. This you know what, this World Cup did a lot for Messi. It does so much for him. It almost felt like I've never seen more main character like energy in football ever than that World Cup with Messi. Like it was like from the start you could just tell it was like this is about Messi. That World Cup final was ridiculous. Like, it was genuinely, that was unreal to watch, especially with finals nowadays aren't the greatest in the world. I think that mainly started from the 2019 Championship final, from recent memory at least, where finals have been, since then, generally underwhelming. With low score lines, low block defences, and just trying to hang on until the very end. But then that final was just goal after goal after goal after what the hell is going on. Turn, great. Oh, it's just what you want, isn't it? It's actually awful. Like, it really is. Thank God I got it back to back so I can get rid of it instantly. Dead wire? Nope, blast furnace. Possibly worse than turned. Is it broken or did they nerf it? I keep forgetting whether it was nerfed or like it just broke. I swear it used to actually be somewhat decent and then it stopped becoming good. Because they did buff dead wire. Remember that? Back in the day. I need to remember to switch to my AT weapon purely for power-ups. Doesn't fill me with a world of confidence, to be honest. Especially on my track record on this map so far. Am I trying to use that thing? Oh god, oh god, oh god. We're not doing this again, we're not doing this again. Yeah, I had to make sure that time that we weren't going down. Alchemical, lovely, lovely stuff. Either way, they're both the goats, so yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't... Like, I have my preferences, but like... Either way, they're just both ridiculous, and... blessed to see both of them. Even though, ever since we beat Real Madrid, in 2017, Ronaldo's just seemed to have it in for us, and just keeps on scoring against us. It's actually ridiculous. At United, that hat-trick he got against us at United was ridiculous. Like, he had no reason to. It was the biggest one-man team performance I've seen against us in quite some time. He just pulled everything out the bag. As much as Maguire tried to stop him, believe me, he did. Ronaldo still managed it. Sorry, I've shot 3 times. Oh, I'm trying to get to the Widow's Wine, please. Just try and Widow's Wine profit, please. No. Please, thank you.
Never saw a zombie swarm I didn't like.
I'm going to turn down my audio slightly. Again. 60,000 for a double gun already at this point. Around 41. I mean, it's the highest we've been on stream so far. So there's that. You know, it could be fun naming... Let's do another link up between football and zombies. Let's link every round number to a football player's shirt number. We got number 41. We've got Declan Rice. I mean, after this is going to be a bit painful. I'm just going to have to name every youth football player that I know. And then, see, number 66 won't be hard to do. But other than that, it's going to be... I mean, who wears number 42? Like, no, number 42, number 43. I know 44 and 45, that's totally non-biased. We've got some Tottenham players in there. We've got Scarlett and Divine. But other than that, I just don't... No one wears high numbers. It's just a short straw number. To be fair, not in the Italian leagues. They love a high number for some reason. Like, I look at Napoli's squad list and, like, half of them are wearing number 90. Start seeing Rick up and Nutmeg and Dempsey. Just see in a clutch moment that you just get out of a red screen alive and they VAR it just to take you back and just let the zombie slap you square in the face just to down you. Or you just see Harry Maguire's head just appear in distance. Right there. What if Harry Maguire was the distant monster on Zetsubo? What if? It's possible. I always found that quite like I never really saw the distant monsters. I never really looked out for it, to be honest. But it's one thing I never saw. I never saw a video on it either. Can't lie, so I don't actually know what it looks like, or like what it does, or like I know it doesn't really do anything. Oh Christ, no, we're not doing this. This is not what we're doing. We're good. Never in doubt. Not at all. Not for 1 second were we in any doubt. I was going to say it, but no, Cap City might fall through now with Haaland to UCL. It's definitely possible. More possible than ever, I think. That man is a machine. As much as he also didn't perform pretty much at all against Tottenham, which is very strange, just considering our defence as well. Like, he scored a goal in the away game, but it was a header from 3 yards out. He didn't really do much other than that. And then the home game, he was silenced for the entire thing. Football is funny. Grab that power vacuum. We'll pretty much guarantee... I think power vacuum is practically a guarantee of just survival. I mean, if we add our rounds together, we're very close to the 100 mark. It's almost as if some reason doesn't work like that. Funnily enough. I think you'd never do that one. Jesus, crack the code there. Nuke again. I don't know, I'm like angry or surprised. I've literally got a Gobblegum specifically for getting more power-ups, yet I'm complaining at grabbing a nuke. That's just my fault. Like, it's not out of luck. It's just my fault for being stupid. Mbappe at 23 is the best. Meanwhile, Messi was laughing with a hat-trick of Ballon d'Ors. Honestly, the fact I was young for that. Like, social media was like a very new concept, but imagine that, like, social media back in the day when Messi had like a hat-trick of Ballon d'Ors at that age. It'd be a joke. It'd honestly be a joke. Like, how much, like, Messi propaganda there would be. Football Twitter would be insane. It would generally be just the most insane thing to look at. If it already is, to be honest. Like, some unreal people on that. As much as I try to stay away from it, I just can't escape it. Poor Fabrizio Romano has to deal with those blokes on a daily basis. Not even daily, it's hourly at that point. I remember thinking, there had to be a point in everyone's zombies life where they thought that getting 2 lots of double points would get you quadruple points. That can't have just been me, surely. And if it was, I'm disappointed in myself, but I'm also disappointed in the rest of society. Rounds are getting noticeably longer. I mean, obviously, that's kind of how zombies works. Well, in Liam, it's almost like it's my first zombies game. That was me too. Thank God it wasn't only me. Crate power, because we need that right now. I still need bullet boost, to be honest. Like, blast furnace just ain't the one. Or even round 6 on max. the boss fight. That boss fight. No, that was the one. That had to be the original zombies rumor. I can't really picture one before that, to be honest. Especially that that bit on Doris, like where you get the I was about to say the Annihilate on the Giant, but it's like you know where I mean, where everyone was like, oh, this part opens, and then Perry is just there, round 50. Round 50, Jesus. That was our peak. It was the OG rumor. There was nothing compared to it either. It was renowned amongst every zombies player. Everyone that played zombies knew about this rumor. The round always seemed to change, but it stayed constant. The fact that everyone knew, even though realistically no one knew. What It Was Zombies was literally, I think the community can be summed up in 2 things. It was Revive Me, I Have the Ray Gun, and then that rumour. It was those 2 things. The ladder on Kino, and you know, I was just thinking about that as well. Like, I didn't even watch anything zombies back then, or like pay attention to the community at all, like genuinely at all. I didn't really think it existed, apart from Syndicate. I just never knew a zombie community existed. Like, it it wasn't in my mind. But even I was like, I wonder how you get that ladder down. The fact that you couldn't, by the way, was criminal. Genuinely criminal. I think what would have been cool if you shot the Wonder Waff on a perk machine and it turned the power on for a split second, like the turbine in Transit and that. Because I tell you what, that would be very helpful for this challenge if I ever go down, because if I go down once, it's over. As we've seen previously, 3 times. Death machine, and then here we go. Here's where we see about 14,000 power. Oh, until that point. Golden ray gun on Transit from Jimothy. Fucking golden ray gun. We were really scratching it. We were scratching for anything. We were very simplistic. We were a simplistic community back then. A concept so doable, but the fact that it never got done either. But like, what do it even do different? Like, it'd just be gold, isn't it? Like, I think we're possibly the zombies communities, like, one of the only communities where I feel like every single rumour that ever existed, it just so happened that none of them came true. From what I think of, or remember at least. Bus Route B technically exists, but in my eyes it still does. I mean, wasn't there something about a horse or something as well in that? There was something about a horse or a pony in Transit and Bus Route B. There's some correlation now, I just can't remember what it was. I must sound mental, like, if someone's listening to me out of context, like my parents or something, they're hearing me talk about horses and buses, probably quite strange, but then again, everything I do is weird. I'm not gonna lie, my eyes are literally... I'm struggling to stay awake. It's hard for me to stay awake. There was a horse on it. I can't remember, like, why or what it was, but there was something to do with a horse on Transit. What's up, Parker? How's it going? This is definitely first attempt of the night. We have not had any other attempts at all so far. Definitely the first attempt. Just to say as well, if you remember my very unfortunate ending to the last stream where I got disconnected and I said I'd play offline mode, I can't, turns out, because you can't use Mega Gobblegums offline, which in fact makes sense, but also doesn't help anyone at all. So there you go. I'm still online, risking it all. That raindrop's lovely. The more I think about it, the more I think I was a stupid child. I remember thinking Power Vacuum was... I remember last stream I was discussing about Soda Fountain and how I thought you could only get 4 perks maximum still. And then I also thought Power Vacuum literally, like, it was like a magnet for power-ups, where that just wouldn't make any sense for zombies, like, not at all, realistically. We're not taking any chances.
Clean up on aisle 5. Ammunition on the house.
That nuke really slowed everything down. It's actually kind of shocking how much nukes slow the game. Like, you only realise once you, like, put your mind to it, how much nukes actually slow down the game. But you can see it once you finally realise it. You see it all the time. Like, and it makes sense as well. Misty being Dempsey's daughter, oh my god, it literally does not make sense, but everyone, like, I thought that was the case, but it literally does not make sense. Yet, everyone and their dog still thought that it was actually real. Like, I don't even know, like, I don't... Who started these rumours? Honestly... I want to find out, and whether they were being ironic or not. And it was like, they just had one person in the Xbox party, and it was like, hold up, he might be onto something. One away from the 50. So it turns out being optimistic, touch wood so far, because we're not through 49 yet. But it looks like being a bit more, sorry, not optimistic, pessimistic, and a bit more realistic works. It doesn't make sense because the year is 2030 on transit, but not gonna lie, same time without context makes sense because she said for my dad, oh right. True. I feel like that was more for, because that was in BO4 on tag, weren't it? I think that was probably for community service. I can't lie. But yeah, it was at 2030, and like, obviously Dempsey was like, he's literally the first map he appears on takes place during World War II, and Misty's alive and like in her bloody prime in 2025. I'm not sure the maths quite works out there. Yet everyone believed it. So did I. I don't know, at this point it's all the same now. Like, honestly, I think it was in Tank with Totem. I think. At this point, Transit, he's like 100 years old. Yeah, like he shouldn't be alive. He's like Captain America. They're all like Captain America. They shouldn't be alive, but they're here. It's possibly the nerdiest link I've ever made, but there you go. Why did I grab that insta-kill? I've just wasted that insta-kill. Never mind. Like, that'll do. Can't be asked to grab the death machine, to be honest. Like, it gets to a point where you're death machined out, to be honest. Round 50, there we go. You know what? We're like, what, 50 minutes in? We're like 50, 55 minutes in, and we're at round 50. For BO3, that's actually pretty good. I'm also intrigued to see what's the top 10 for this starting room challenge, because I know world record's 106, second place is 95. it might be. I think top 10 is like 68. I'll search up while my phone's taking like 4 years to load. Oh Christ, this thing's spawning in still. I should probably concentrate. Please, thank you. Don't grab the nukes, don't grab the nukes. It's like a slalom of nukes. The top 10 is round 68. I have to get to the top 10 of this. That's the next aim. We get to round. Brilliant. So I have to get to round 69 in order to break it to the top 10. You couldn't write this stuff, could you? You really could not write this stuff. I feel like I've used the AK almost like I've used the normal guns almost the same amount as the Wonderwolf at this point. If I don't have insta kills, I'm gonna headshot. Oh Jesus Christ! Headshots are looking a bit low. Time to stat pad. Imagine the story went like he's 100 years old, she's his daughter, and don't see message with element 115 becomes Abigadro. That'd be a trip and a half. That'd be... You think it'd go against everything I believed in. You make it to the top 10, I'll buy a top shot. We have a deal. As long as I keep getting power vacuums, we should be fine. Touch wood. Then again, now I need to rely on AATs to actually get the power-ups. Because I fucked up with the last insta-kill. I can barely stay up. I can barely stay awake. Like, genuinely, I'm like, my eyes are like on the verge of closing, but I have to do this. After I buy it, I burn it. As long as there's a leave me out message and an Enoch out message, I'm content with anything you do. You know what? The fact that I even get you to buy a Tottenham shirt, that's good enough for me. Okay, we're not gonna die here. We're not gonna bottle it. You know what? Thinking about it now, I'm really glad. If anything, disconnecting on Tuesday was a blessing and a curse, or a curse and a blessing. At first, it was a curse, but like, I'd have been dead the next day thinking about it, because I would have ended that game at 1 in the morning, get up at 6. That would have not been. That wouldn't have been fun. What's up, Bump? Gotta be think you see we've got the OG squad as the mods at the moment. We got the elite, we'll say, the proper legends. Gotta show me you're a proper legend if you get that mod. I'm just getting out of work right now, so yeah, here I come home. Bosh. I didn't realise how tired I'd be today, to be honest. Like, I came home from work and I was dead. Like, it wasn't even a busy day. Like, somehow on a Friday night, the restaurant weren't even that busy. Which is genuinely a shock. But, I'm not complaining. Yeah, I'm still tired. Fuck. Oh, it's great power. Realistically, who cares? Nearly 1 AM. You love to see it. Better late than never. Or early, whatever point it is. Out of Wonderwolf ammo, that's not what you really want at all, is it? It's not what you want. Oh god, and we're in here. We've seen this before. Sorry, this power vacuum isn't really working. Like, what was the last power up I got? I genuinely don't know. Yep, that's it. That's it. That's... Oh... Oh, I thought I might have been able to do it. I genuinely thought I might have been able to do it to you, but you know what? You live to fight another day. I don't have to buy the Tottenham shirt. I feel as soon as the Tottenham shirt came into play, as soon as that Tottenham shirt came into play, I feel like it was over. Anything Tottenham just curses. It just acts as a curse. At least you made it to round 52. I think you know what, it's a bit more respectable. It's a bit more respectable than the usual, how we usually end up. So we'll take it. I think that's gonna be the last run for today, at least. We'll try again. Oh, good timing for that question. Yeah, I think that's the last run for today. I think, you know what? Possibly tomorrow, I might just get myself up to like round 60 plus and then start streaming. Because like, I feel like we've all seen rounds 1 to 40 enough times on this channel already, and I've only streamed it twice. Done well, yeah. Thanks. I think it was fairly respectable. Let me see, because even still on BO3, Verruckt high rounds aren't really a thing. Yeah, like round 52 to be in the top 3,000 for round 52. Will you stream tomorrow? You know, if I don't, I might stream tomorrow regardless, because it's Saturday. But yeah, if I get to like, I'll try and just grind it out and like try and get to that round 60 plus something, and then I'll start streaming from there. And hopefully by then I'll have some sort of rhythm, not die, and just be able to put it off. So fingers crossed. And then if I don't get it from there, that'll be the last time, because I think a hat trick of Verruckt streams is enough Verruckt streams for anyone, really. So yeah, thanks for everyone for coming out anyway. A bit of pleasure as always. If you can't stream anyways, yeah, I'll stream anyways and probably just do something else. Like, I don't know. Fancy if we don't get it, I fancy a bit of BO2 or BO1 possibly. Shout out to Skies for being an absolute hero, being here from literally the first message to probably the last, and just been outrageous as always. So yeah, hopefully see you all tomorrow. Fuck the Wonderwolf.